2025 is rapidly approaching, and it is time for you to skyrocket sales leading into 2025. I want 2025 to be a magical year for you. I'm going to give you 5 proven strategies that if you will harness these and implement these, I believe you will have your best year ever. And there's a bunch of you that are watching, you're like, bro, I would love to have my best year ever. If that's you, let me know in comments below as I walk through these 5. Also, I want this to be very tangible, content related. I'm going to be looking at my phone as I have literally physical notes because we've prepped a bunch for this specific video. Keith prepped more than me. However, we both prepped a bunch, okay? Number one has to do with harnessing. I'm gonna shorten it, but it really is harnessing higher quality leads. Here's an example, okay? The number one reason why agents fail, they don't hit their goals. Okay, also, just side note, I'm gonna go and actually share a bonus at the very end that I think is really cool that I would say about 99% of our audience is not doing but should be doing, and I'll get to that in just a second, okay? First is harnessing high quality leads. I would say a couple things. One, okay, higher quality. Maybe you're like me and you're cold door knocking, you're cold calling. When I first got started in the business, I was doing those things. That wasn't quality, but the activity was there, which is great. Your activity needs to be there, but if you can make it easier on yourself, sure, go ahead, right? Like that's what our CABOOM Leads does. I'll put the link below. You can check out CABOOMLeads.com. You can even use coupon code YouTube to get 10% off your very first order. Congratulations, okay? High quality, that's good. Or you could also do more of whatever you're doing now. The 2 ways to improve what you're doing from a prospecting standpoint: 1, make it better; 2, do more of it, or both, right? Both is also an alternative. But I would say that, like, here's an example. I'm coaching an agent, and he's on the East Coast somewhere. And he did $49,000 last month in October in sales. And I was talking to him back in September about here's how you do more, here's how you achieve more. And he just put out a video like, bro, I did 49 grand, this is awesome, here's what I've learned, but most people are not doing enough. That was straight from his mouth, and that goes along with the message today, okay, which is to either do higher quality or do more, or both, right? I think that's okay, that's cool, okay, so that's number 1. Also, link to kaboomleads.com below. Number 2 is invest in continued learning, okay? Invest in continued learning. If you just assume, if you stop assuming that you're freaking amazing, you just assume that you're a complete Dumbo for a second, okay, in respectfully a positive way, maybe you have more you can learn. Maybe you don't know everything about being a business owner, right? Like Keith and I were just talking before this video about, like, what if you made a bunch of money, congratulations, but what if you're gonna pay a bunch of money in taxes because you don't strategize at the end of the year, and maybe you don't go buy, like I know one guy in the other office, actually our agency, that he buys a new truck at the end of every year, and he writes the whole thing off, either every year or every 2 years. That's a strategy. But most people don't get around people, or they don't learn enough, or they cap out. It's like after high school and college, we just stop learning. It's like, dude, I don't need to read anymore. I don't need to write anymore. I don't need to study anymore. I don't need to go to class anymore. I don't need to buy courses anymore. I don't need to hire a mentor. Dude, I'm good. It's almost like, and I get this, like I totally agree with this. It's almost like you were so tired of freaking homework and school and a teacher just freaking trying to cram information in your brain nonstop that you're like resistant to information and learning in school because you did it for your entire life up to your mid-20s. Is that fair? I think that's fair. That is why most people are not continuing investing in learning and growing, and I think it holds a lot of people back, okay? So there's ways that we help people with learning, right? Whether that is our 8% Nation conference, maybe that's our 8% Nation roadshows, maybe that's our virtual events, right? Maybe that's our webinars, right? Like as an example, we're doing a live training conference. We'll have about 1,200, maybe 1,500 agents that will register for this live training conference. It is on Friday, November the 15th. It's coming up very quick. It starts at 9 a.m. I'm going to put the link below, but it's free. You get to hang out with me and 5 or 6 other super high-powered experts and leaders in our space. And what we're going to be talking about is how you can grow and increase your income in 2025, and it goes along with today's topic. So if you're like, dude, that's me, I would love for my income to go up in 2025. Oh, cool, you'll love this. Okay, so November 15th, link is below. You can check it out. It's a Zoom registration link, right? And you can jump in the private Zoom, and I'm going to be sharing strategies of how we have taken 7 companies to 7 figures in the last 7 years. I think this is important because most people stop, they cap. It's like John Maxwell's theory, the law of the lid. Like if you don't continue to bump up against the lid, it doesn't grow, and then you're capped. And you're also capped by the way you think, by how much you know, how much you do. I think a lot of us just get in the routine of just like being in a rut and doing the same thing. You need knowledge. You need new information. That's going to be a part of my book, 6 to 7 Figures, that we're working on here very soon. I'm also putting it out there to put pressure on myself to finally go write another book, which I think I need to do. If you agree with that and you'd love to see that book, then let me know in comments below. Okay? That's number 2. Number 3 has to do with more people knowing you. Like I believe that you need more attention. There's a lot of different ways that could be true, by the way. It could be marketing, it could be branding, it could be, hey, dude, I'm finally going to lean into social media when there's 5 billion people in the world using social. I don't know what it is for you, but you finally need to lean into that, right? Like we help people with social. We do social challenges every single month, right? You can go to CodyAskins.com/SSC to learn more about our social selling challenge that we do every month for only $99, by the way. And when we do those, we're teaching people how they can get better at marketing and branding and social media and get attention. Like one of the individuals that came to our social selling challenge a year ago, she went and wrote 90 grand in 4.5 months just posting videos online and generating free leads. Didn't spend them any money, just time, $90,000 in 4.5 months. Because she invested in learning. She got good at social and getting attention, and before you know it, she had a bunch of leads, right? It kind of all bleeds together. That's what happened for her. I don't know what can happen for you, but I know that you just need more eyeballs, more traffic, and that is honestly holding your business back. Being stubborn about social, even if you're like, dude, I don't like social. I think social's bad. It ain't gonna change. Like people aren't gonna like, oh, Cody thinks social media is bad, so like let me take those apps off my phone and like never use it again. Like, dude, that's not gonna happen. Like people are gonna do whatever they want. They're human beings. You can't control it. So you might as well lean into it, which is what we teach that in a big way. But I think that, again, I know that's a huge way to skyrocket sales. That's actually all of these are true, especially the last one. But like this is one of the biggest reasons why we've taken 7 companies to 7 figures in 7 years. Big reason why, okay? Big reason why. Next is continuing to network, okay? Is continuing to network with leaders, okay? You notice I say leaders, I didn't say network or broke people. Because you know what I mean? I'm saying I'm networking with leaders because I want to think on a different level. I want to earn a different income. I want to live a different life. Okay, cool. I think big reason why we've been able to scale and grow is I've paid to go to the conferences. I've paid to go, and I'm not talking the conference, like there's other conferences in our industry that are known for like only vendors hang out there, or they're meant to recruit everyone, right, or promote a certain company. Like ours is agent-centric, agent-focused. It's the only conference industry that's like, you're not gonna get recruited. We're not doing it for any vendors. I don't care if anybody has a booth at all. We're doing it to help agents. And that is the only conference I know of where that is actually the case, okay? At this point, because it's just changed over the years, by the way. But we have people that are networking with leaders there. We also have our Power Player Mastermind, which you can go to CodyAskins.com, click on Power Players and learn about that. That's for agency owners who are looking to scale, right? When we spend a year together, we go to a bunch of trips together. If you come to my workshops, I pour information into your brain for a year. I brainwash you into believing more and earning more and all the different stuff, which I think that's a good part of. I think that's a good form of brainwashing, by the way. You're gonna be okay with us spending a year together because you're getting to network around other people that are doing big stuff, and we're getting to hang out more. Like I'm even thinking about having like a pre-roundtable lunch. I was talking to Cheyenne about this. I said, hey, for our road shows, what if we started doing like a thing where I had like a pre-networking roundtable lunch where I can hang out and get to know some of the higher level people in the room. I'm trying to network more. I'm trying to learn more. I told our VP of Operations, Cassidy, an hour ago, I said, hey, we should do a monthly meeting with the entire organization and our team and let Keith and others bring ideas to the table, solve problems, talk about issues. Like most of the time, people in our operation are the ones that are actually solving the problems and bringing really good ideas. It's not normally me. A lot of my ideas are not that great. They have better ideas than me. That's why mingling and networking is such a powerful tool to continue to grow. And I believe that you need more access in 2025. And I believe you're in your own bubble. I believe your network is your network. And I don't believe that you have had enough access in 2024. That's what I believe. You can tell me in the comments below if I'm wrong, but that's what I believe. Okay. Last, number 5, bonus. 99% of people are not doing this. I believe that if you will actually establish a goal for 2025, and I believe if you will write it down every single day and brainstorm on how you can actually hit your goal and your target for 2025, I know that you have, like, here's an example. There's a stat out there. You can look it up on Google. I'm not saying everything on Google or websites or networking blogs are true, but I was told this by a high-level speaker. We'll see if it's true. You can be the judge, right? I'm recording this on election day. You can fact-check me all you want, okay? However, when I do this and say this, you are 900% more likely to achieve your goals if you write them down every single day. 99% of the world, we have goals. You have goals, great. But 99% of the world is not doing this step right here. You have goals, you brainstorm, you think, but 99% of the world is not writing down their goals every single day. The hack behind that is it tricks you into believing that you can do it. It raises your level of belief. It raises your level of accomplishment and what you think you can do. It also reminds you of your goal. Most people are if you're like me, you're like freaking unprescribed ADHD. You lose focus every 4 seconds and you got shiny squirrel syndrome and you're like over here and over here and over here. Like if you watch my on social, I just recorded a video, entrepreneur versus ADHD, and we just put that on social, which was freaking hilarious, right? Keith helped us with that. It was freaking awesome, right? I do that, and I do this because I need constant reminder. Like we have a goal tracker. Keith can add it in comments in the description, a link. We have a goal tracker, an 8% goal tracker on our store, and I will link it. It's like $19, but it allows you to go in and write every single day what your goals are, what you're going to accomplish, short-term, long-term. What's your activity today? What are you going to do? I believe if you write it down, it's a hack. If you write it every day, it's a super hack. If you write it down every single day, it's a mega hack to make sure that you can actually skyrocket sales in 2025. Okay, let's recap really quick. Also, if you love this type of content, me on a whiteboard, talking, riffing, telling stories, training you, let me know in comments below. We're talking about harnessing leads. Okay, again, if you need leads, CABOOM Leads, coupon code YouTube, 10% off your very first order. Congratulations. Okay, either high quality or more or both. You need more. Or you need either less garbage, you need more garbage, or you need better, more garbage. You know what I mean? I don't know. Okay, I don't know. 2 is invest in learning. Okay, continuing to learn and grow, right? We do that in different ways. Again, Growth Summit. It's free, November 15th. Links below to register for that. Okay, out of everything we talk about, you need to go join me in that. 3rd is more attention, traffic, eyeballs. I think we've done that as better than anybody in the history of the insurance industry. That's what I believe, but we're so far from where we can be. Networking with leaders, constantly networking, new information, new access, being around people. My bonus is that you have goals, but you're not writing about it every day. Because you're eventually giving up on your goals. You're eventually not reminding yourself. It eventually becomes a goal of the past that you never accomplished because you stop believing it can be true. Never stop writing down your goals. We've done so much in revenue. We've done I'll be transparent. In our sales room, we did over 50 grand in revenue yesterday. We've done over 40 grand in revenue today. Those are massive days. I wish they were normal every day. They're not, okay? That's the truth. However, 6 months ago, 12 months ago, that every day did not seem realistic. But guess where I'm at? I'm achieving what I didn't used to achieve because I'm wanting to achieve it. That's the difference. So if you want to skyrocket sales in 2025, I believe all these will help. I believe you should be on this event, and I believe you start writing down your goals every single day.